Welcome to South TV News. I'm Alicia George. In our top stories, PM reveals plans for future development. Record number of big earthquakes last month. More girls kidnapped in Nigeria. And in sports, National Sportspersons of the Year revealed. Details of these will follow. Welcome back. On Monday, May 5, 2014, during the Dominica Labour Party's DLP's convention rally in St. Joseph, Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit revealed several plans for the country's development. The Prime Minister divulged plans for a 4-star hotel, an indoor sporting facility, and an international airport, which he says are in the pipeline.
That we have been having very in-depth discussions with a team of private developers out of China who are proposing the popular build, own, operate, and transfer option for the construction of an international airport in Dominica. Negotiations are at a very delicate stage, so I will not prejudice the outcome of that arrangement at this time. Suffice to say, an agreement for the setting down of an international airport in Dominica is in the making and should be finalized in the months ahead.
The Prime Minister said the rally was an opportunity for the DLP family to fellowship and to be brought up to date on recent developments in the country, as well as hear plans for the future. The 4-star hotel, carried to be constructed at the Public Works site in Pottersville, will have 200 rooms, according to Mr. Skerrit.
That later this week, a high-level team from a development company will be arriving in Dominica to present what we would hope to be the final drawings for the proposed project. So ready a day to get going that the chairman of the board himself will be part of the delegation to Dominica.
Very soon, he said, every Dominican will be able to access information of complete factual data of negotiations between the government of Dominica and other institutions.
Preliminary studies have been conducted and designs mapped out for the construction of a state-of-the-art indoor sporting facility seating no less than 3,000 persons. As I speak to you this evening, a team of structural engineers and architects from one of South Florida's leading construction and development firms is busy finalizing drawings.
The Prime Minister and Minister of Finance reiterated plans for the upgrade and redesign of the town of Roseau, engineering and architectural work in Bakers, Paybush, Wesley and Portsmouth, and a modern bus terminal, among other initiatives. The Commonwealth of Dominica, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry, will from May 12 to 17, 2014, host an Agriculture and Forestry Festival under the theme Agriculture and Forestry, Our Sustainable Future. The event, which is the first of its kind, will highlight the positive aspects of agriculture in Dominica, in addition to the hard work of the farmers while displaying their local produce.
Importantly too, there will be showcased not only crops and probably aspects of flora, but also fauna. And we will be looking towards our own domesticated animals being showcased as well, because this is important to our food security, national food security. And we would be showcasing these animals, as well as from the forestry standpoint, some of our wildlife that becomes part of our ecosystems and biodiversity.
During the festival, there will also be a farmers and youth forum, which are deemed very important, as without farmers we have no food, and without the youth, the sustainability of agriculture will not be possible. The farmers will also voice their ideas and concerns of the industry at the forum to help shape Dominica's agricultural sector for the future.
There will also be an awards ceremony. Like anything else, we want to tell the farmers of this country, and we want to tell persons involved in the sector as well, key players in the sector, that they are very important to the sector, and that they should be rewarded in measure for that important work that they do. And it indicates from the government standpoint and from the ministry standpoint our gratitude and appreciation for these persons having contributed so significantly to create an efficient and, of course, result-oriented agricultural sector.
The event will also see representatives from the Ministry of Agriculture and the Forestry Division engage in school visits to educate the students on the importance of agriculture and forests and highlight career opportunities that can be derived from them.
Without our biodiversity, without our ecology, without understanding agriculture from the edges of the sea to the very mountaintop, including all our catchments and so on, and working with it for ensuring sustainability, we will not have food for the future. We will not have farms. And so this week will provide us the opportunity to again make people more aware of those things surrounding us.
Think Safety, Act Safely is the Petro-Caribe theme for Health and Safety Month in May. On Saturday, May 3, 2014, the petrol company hosted its annual Health and Safety exhibition, which highlights issues of safety and health on the island. During the event, sales and marketing leader of Petro-Caribe Dominica, Ian Pinard, revealed that the business of Petro-Caribe goes beyond the distribution of petroleum products.
At the heart, we are a service company. We are an oil company with a social conscience and a social mission. The mission of improving the quality of life of Dominicans. We at PDV Caribe Dominica do this in a way that is specific to the resources that are available to us. Our social mission comes from our joint venture partners, the government of Dominica and Venezuela.
Pinard reiterated that health and safety are top priorities for the company as they seek to strengthen the safety culture in and around communities. Paul Moses, General Manager at Petro-Caribe, supported the call, noting that the focus is to reach out to other institutions.
Those involved in the energy industry, those involved in health and wellness, and some of them they sell health and wellness products, those involved in waste management, others in water management, and others still in fire safety. Over the years, we have called upon them to partner with us because we recognize that our efforts must be complemented by others if we are indeed to change that culture and have it extended beyond our borders, as I said, to the rest of our communities.
Training activities during this celebration included hazard analysis and risk assessment, incident investigation, root cause analysis, advanced hazard communications, and defensive driving. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit commended the company's staff for their extraordinary service to the Dominican citizenry.
PDV Caribe has been around for a very short time, but it has touched the lives and impacted the lives of every sphere of society and every single community in this country. Whether it is from health to education to agriculture to energy to infrastructural development, PDV Caribe continues to play a leading role in that effort. And I want to commend the staff here and also commend the efforts of the parent company, PDVSA of Venezuela.
Petro-Caribe was established in 2007 and employs about 38 locals with 53 agents around Dominica selling gas to most communities on the island. A fireproof suit and helmet were also presented to the fire department during the activity. Homeowners are being urged to be mindful of where they build and to try their best not to construct homes in proximity of each other. This advice came from Public Relations Officer of the Fire Department, Wayne Leta, following a fire on Hillsborough Street in Roseau on Saturday, May 3, 2014 at 4:19 p.m.
7 houses were involved in that blaze, and those 7 houses, 3 of which were completely destroyed, and the other 4 were either affected, their furniture or their walls were affected, and we can clearly see now that at least 3 families were left homeless because of that fire.
He said, based on their investigation, the fire started at the home of Viola Canbron, which was completely destroyed. This house was occupied by Dorothy David. A house occupied by Janice Scotland was also completely destroyed, in addition to a house occupied by Marshall Joseph and Kenroy Antoine. Other houses affected included that of Cecil Joseph Jr., Oliver Williams, and Maria Alexander.
We would like to give our heartfelt sympathies for the loss that the other families experience, and if we could have it otherwise we would, but this is just the case. That is. Would like to also take the opportunity to tell residents that they should practice fire safety measures at all time, and those measures involve watching how they use fire in their areas, and in areas like that where the houses were in a very close proximity to each other, the blaze got out of control quickly. Investigations into the cause of that fire is still ongoing, and I can also confirm that the police are also involved in the investigations.
The cost of the damage as a result of the fire is currently being assessed. Mr. Leta did not confirm or deny reports that suggest it may have been a cause of arson. However, he noted that one person is assisting police with their investigation.
One of the lessons that has been learned is about the close proximity of some houses. And in Dominica, what we have sometimes is a lot of houses share common boundaries, and that I would take to mean is that some houses have and even in the city of Roseau have one wall, and on each side of the wall the house is constructed. Because of the layout of some of the communities around Dominica, and not only in the city, and it is a concern, the close proximity of those houses has been a major concern, and not only in the fire spread, but the maneuvering of fire and emergency officials within those areas. It is a very high concern that we have.
Later added that extracting persons for medical purposes is also affected when homes are built so closely. A special thank you was extended to the residents of Hillsborough Street and all those who assisted the fire officers in bringing the blaze under control. 62-year-old Joseph Viville of Bataka is now dead following a vehicular accident which occurred about 11:50 p.m. on May 5, 2014. According to a report from Public Relations Officer John Cabon, the incident occurred in an area between the Emerald Pool and Castle Bruce.
The accident involved 3 buses: Nissan bus, registration number HD665, Toyota Hiace, registration number HE469, and Toyota Coaster, registration number HA492. At the time of the accident, bus registration number HE469 was assisting bus registration number HE665, and they were stationary.
Viville was walking past the front of his vehicle when the coaster, which was traveling in the same direction, reportedly experienced difficulty with its brake and first collided with a Toyota bus, then the Nissan bus.
Viville got trapped under his Nissan bus, which dragged for over 30 feet. 2 other persons who were standing on the roadside were also injured. They were transported to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where they were treated. 72-year-old Norma Valmont was admitted while the other was discharged. Viville was pronounced dead at the scene by the district medical officer and was then transported to a funeral home.
A coroner's inquest has convened and post-mortem is to be carried out. Investigations are continuing. On Saturday, May 3, 2014, the Girardel Eggleston Flower Growers Group held an official opening ceremony to mark the commencement of the 2014 Flower Show and Market Fair. Present at the affair were dignitaries including the Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, and Mrs. Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative of Roseau South, Honorable Ambrose George, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Alex Boyd Knights, and Minister for Culture, Youth and Sports, Honorable Justina Charles. During the event, Minister George told the residents that a long-anticipated road project will soon begin.
That the estimates for the roads have been concluded. In fact, we have designated the Village Council of Girardel to undertake the construction and rehabilitation of the section of that road, the back road, from the chapel up to the cemetery. The estimated cost is $150,000, and I want to give you the guarantee and assurance that within the next few months that we will have that road constructed properly. We have also done the estimates for the Lillet to Gommi Road. That again is a road we consider to be very important as a bypass, as a link road in and out of the village, and we certainly, when the funds are available, will attend to that very important role.
The ceremony was followed by an exquisite exhibition of flowers, twigs, woods, and vines. President of the flower group, Mrs. Stephanie Royer, revealed, however, that the support was not there.
Despite the many challenges, heavy rain, drought, chikungunya, students at school, and I must add, lack of support by some who cannot or are not willing to adapt to changes made to facilitate the flow of traffic. I believe that our patrons, especially those who desire to have the show every year, and those visiting for the first time will be delighted.
Minister Charles therefore called on the support of the community and other able institutions. This, she said, is crucial for the sustainability of the festival. She went a step further and called on landscapers to incorporate the theme into their daily business.
I also make an appeal for various institutions in the public and private sector to pay more attention to landscaping and enhancing their properties and buildings. Do this with flowers and be creative. In addition, utilize work of arts, painting, sculpture, and so forth. All these provide some income for our artists, our floral arrangers, and our landscapers.
The theme, Creativity with Flowers, was chosen by Tariq Richards of the Girardel Primary School. The show concluded on Monday, May 5th, 2014. 34-year-old Swedish sailor Peder Astrom, who arrived in Dominica following a 91-day journey from the Canary Islands, said his original destination was Barbados. However, after encountering difficulty with sea currents, Dominica was recommended by his mother. Astrom rode a wooden boat, especially suited for Atlantic crossings, arriving on island on the morning of Friday, May 2nd, 2014, after leaving the Canary Islands on January 31st, 2014. The idea for his lengthy trip came from a documentary he saw a few years ago about two Englishmen who completed a similar journey.
There were some good days, mostly bad days. I would describe it as one of the toughest things I've ever done, probably the toughest thing I will do in my life. And I think if I sum it up in one word, it would be hell. Just, complete hell. And reaching land, reaching Dominica, the feeling is just the best feeling I ever felt,
For the journey, some of the essential supplies included fresh food stored in plastic containers, solar panels, GPS, fresh water, and saltwater purifier, in addition to a lot of chocolate that provided him with essential energy for the trip. Astrom noted, though many would think this trip required extensive physical training, the main thing was being mentally ready. Although rowing for 10 hours a day did require a lot of physical strength. During the trip, he came in close contact with marine life, including whales, sharks, dolphins, and seabirds.
I think if you have a dream, you should, go forward and try to do everything you can to make it a reality. It's worth it. It's hard work. It's tough, but in the end, it's worth it if you fulfill your dreams.
So what next for you?
Well, my next dream is just to go back home and go back to work, because I missed working and being at home. But I want to I think my next challenge is going to be Ironman on Hawaii.
And describe that challenge itself.
It's triathlon. It's swimming, cycling, and running for about 10 or 15 hours in a row.
Astrom said that he will visit Dominica again. He left the island on Tuesday, May 6, 2014, to return to Sweden. International Jamaican reggae artist Richie Spice says reggae music is very popular as it inspires many people. He made the statement during an exclusive interview with Sal TV while on island to perform at the Unity Music Festival concert that took place on Saturday, May 3, 2014 at the Newtown Savannah.
Well, for me, I always think that the people love to listen to the better music, which is the one-drop reggae, heartbeat music, the type of music that teaching them something that is progressive and positive to carry on throughout them day-to-day life affair.
He said performing in Dominica has always been a positive experience for him, and he appreciates the love and respect shown anytime he is on island.
Reggae music is a form of music in which mean, teach the people a lot, youths can learn from it, the parents can raise a family from it, and, we have ourselves a better world, tomorrow, years and years after, to the fullest, we're in which mean. So that is why I really choose reggae music, because, I'm a person like this who, reggae music is a form of music, like, a way of life. We are in which mean, like how Rastafari is a way of life. So I see myself as, one of those type of people who gravitated to the way of life, the right way how a person is supposed to live and how you're supposed to go day to day. So that is the reason why I really choose reggae music.
The artist revealed he is currently working on a new album to coincide with a tour in places like Africa and Europe. He explained the inspiration for one of his popular songs titled "The World is a Cycle," stating it came from everyday life experiences where if one does good, good will follow. He said the same goes for if you do bad, so one must always walk on the side of righteousness.
What I have to say to the musicians I'm out there now and players of instrument, always focus on what you do. Love what you do to the fullest, and persevere. And love what you do, persevere to the fullest, and keep on doing what you're doing.
He added, reggae music keeps growing. However, more support from the Jamaican government is needed for its continued development and sustainability. Take a look at some of the performances at that show.
Georgia, we need you, oh yeah. I was walking along the roadside, and I saw a woman crying with a child on the right hand side. I asked her what was wrong.
Work never work, but I'm still don't get nothing.
Little bit of money, no it ain't funny.
No food, no water, everyone's falling.
Trouble keeps happening, bad things just happening.
From at the mountains like everyone's falling.
Soon you will see that the truth will be falling.
That's why when rain is falling, it's like fire. Sing it out! I hear the rain is falling on my rooftop. We never gonna stop. No way.
Telecommunications giant Digicel has launched its best value Mother's Day promotion, which will give both postpaid and prepaid customers a chance to win great prizes. By entering the Samsung Text to Win game or by purchasing a smartphone with a data plan from any one of Digicel's retail stores, customers have a chance to win from various gift selections. Digicel Dominica marketing manager Natalie Walsh said, with such great prizes to be had, we want all our customers to enjoy memorable moments with their mothers. Customers who purchase smartphones with a data plan will receive free gifts including roses, gift certificates redeemable at Bijou Turner, and cool gadgets. In addition, one lucky customer will have a chance to win the grand prize of a complete spa experience together with their mother as part of an all-expense-paid weekend getaway at the luxurious Potyong Hotel. The Samsung Text to Win promotion will also give customers a chance to win the latest Samsung Galaxy S5 smartphone. To play the game, customers can simply text the word Samsung to 7171.